Hi guys, this is Oliver, and Loki Season 2 has finally wrapped, so this is my review of Season 2. I haven't made a Marvel video in a really long time because I don't care about the MCU anymore. I'm very tired of superhero movies and shows, especially from the MCU, but I was still very excited for Loki Season 2 because I loved Season 1. I've already done a series review for Season 1, so go check that out on my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And I've also been on the Loki ride at Liseberg, and I love that ride so much. It's amazing. So yeah, without further ado, let's do this. Let's start with what I loved about Loki Season 2. First of which, the cinematography is just amazing. Visually, this season looks beautiful and stunning. The characters in this show are also amazing. Tom Hiddleston is amazing as Loki, and his acting throughout this season was just perfect. Tom Hiddleston gives such an amazing performance, and it's easily the best acting I've seen in a TV show in 2023. Or in my opinion, I think that Pedro Pascal as Joel in The Last of Us and Tom Hiddleston as Loki in Loki Season 2 are easily some of the best acting I've seen in a TV show in 2023. Over the course of 2 seasons, they made Loki into the best written character in the entire MCU with one of the best arcs. He is fully redeemed by the end. It's crazy to think about that Loki is now a better written character than Thor. Like how did that happen? Like what? And also Owen Wilson was amazing as Mobius. He has his great comedic quips and bits, but he is so lovable, and the final lines of Season 2 from him have resonated with me deeply. The chemistry between the two of them was amazing. I also loved Sylvie in Season 2. She's a great side character. It's really cool that she works at McDonald's because my brother Elliot also works at McDonald's. So shout out to my brother Elliot. And Sophia Di Martino did an amazing job playing the character, and I loved OB. He was very likable, played by Ki-hee Kwan, who was also in Everything Everywhere All at Once and Kung Fu Panda 4. The music by Natalie Holt was just wow. One of the best soundtracks, to be honest. Everything about the music just screams perfect. It's easily the best music I've heard from the MCU since Endgame. When it comes to the episodes of Season 2, I think that the last 3 episodes are the best. Mainly the episode 4 and 6. I loved Season 2 episode 4. It was brilliant. I was so on the edge of my seat during this episode. All the characters got their time to shine, and it has an insanely good cliffhanger. It's easily the best cliffhanger I've seen from the MCU since Avengers Infinity War. I've never been this excited to watch the next episode in a TV show in a real long time. A perfect cliffhanger. This episode is so good that I've seen this episode twice actually. I actually watched this episode for the first time in Iceland when I visited my best friend Egil. Episode 5 was also amazing, not as good as episodes 4 and 6, but still amazing, and it has some amazing character development. Like for example, the scene when Loki and Sylvie are talking to each other in the bar. It was so good. Some of the best dialogue we've seen from the MCU in a really long time. Just such a perfect scene.
It was perfect.
Season 2, Episode 6, the series finale was just amazing. So good, like so damn good. I'm shocked how good this episode was. The MCU normally just screws it up with the finale. They have like terrible finales and they mess the whole show up. But the Loki TV show is the only MCU show that doesn't do that. The finales are actually amazing. It did not only an amazing job ending this season, but just an excellent job at ending the show in general. The ending to Season 2 where Mobius talks to Sylvie was just perfect. Everything about this ending just screams perfect.
It was perfect.
Not only one of the best scenes in the show, but one of the best scenes in the entire MCU. It's that good, and Owen Wilson's acting in this scene was just perfect.
I might just wait here for a little bit. Let time pass.
This scene is so good that it even turned into a meme, and obviously the best scenes and the best TV shows turn into memes. And I love how season 1 episode 1 of Loki is called Glorious Purpose, and now the last episode of Loki is also called Glorious Purpose. It really shows how planned out Loki was, unlike the other MCU Disney Plus shows. The scene where Loki sacrifices himself for his friends is also perfect. His suit transformation is really awesome. I love his new suit. It looks really cool, and especially the horns, they look amazing, and just a perfect detailing and everything. And him sitting on the throne creating the multiverse tree was epic and awesome. The CGI looks amazing, especially from the multiverse tree, and him saying the same lines from the first 4 movies was a perfect end to his character arc.
For you! For all of us!
For you. For all of us.
Loki somehow has a better character arc than Thor. Like, how is that even possible? Marvel, what? Let's move on with what I did not like about Loki season 2. As high as it was, it still had some lows. Like, for example, the show overall is just way too confusing, especially in the first 3 episodes. Just the multiverse overall is really confusing. I'm sick and tired of multiverse projects, especially from the MCU. I really liked the first episode of Loki season 2, especially that opening scene when he is getting chased by Mobius. That was an epic and awesome action scene, and a perfect opening scene to kick off the season. But episodes 2 and 3 were really bad because they were way too confusing and had a rushed story. It was very rushed. Season 2, episode 2 was very disappointing because this episode is called Breaking Bad, which is a parody to Breaking Bad. And I love Breaking Bad. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. Go check out my series review for Breaking Bad, as well as my movie review for El Camino. But this episode did not live up to that hype compared to Breaking Bad, and was a very rushed episode overall. It had some great moments, like I love the scene where Loki and Mobius have a slice of pie and talk about their anger issues. It was amazing, but besides that, it was a very rushed episode. The CGI in this episode looked very bad at times. The same thing can be said about episode 3, but somehow even worse and even more rushed, and a very messy and confusing story. Well, they set up a really cool idea of an army of missed minutes, but then they just brushed it off like it was nothing. I'm sick and tired of the MCU continuing doing this trend. Like, for example, Scorpion was teased at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming, but 5 years and 2 movies later and still no Scorpion. And not only have the MCU done it many times, but also the DCEU have also done it, like for example in Black Adam and Shazam 2. So Marvel and DC, please stop doing this trend. Why is this a trend in the first place? But besides that, I loved Loki season 2, and as bad as those episodes were, it still redeemed itself by that amazing ending. Season 2 was somehow even better than season 1, even though I loved season 1. And it has a very satisfying ending to the show. There won't be a season 3, or at least I hope not, because it was a perfect ending to the series. But the TVA, the time variance authority from Loki, will appear in Deadpool 3, as we saw in the Deadpool 3 trailer, which I am very excited about. Loki is somehow the only good MCU Disney Plus show because it was actually planned out and cared about telling a good story, unlike the other Disney Plus shows. Loki and Daredevil are the only good Marvel shows in my opinion. The rest of the Marvel shows that I've seen have just sucked. In my opinion, DC has way better TV shows. Loki is the best MCU show because it doesn't feel like the MCU. It's the Andor of the MCU. Not as great as Andor, but it's the closest thing the MCU will get to Andor. The question that you guys might be asking me right now is, did Loki save the MCU? And no, I loved Loki season 2, but only because it cared about telling a good story, but the rest of the MCU don't care, and they clearly don't know what they are doing. I thought they would learn from this. I'm very excited for Deadpool 3 because it has Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, but besides that, I have no idea what the MCU is doing, and to be honest, I've lost my passion for this franchise. I think that The Boys is way, way better than the MCU. It's way better than all the MCU Disney Plus shows. And why waste time watching many terrible MCU Disney Plus shows when you can watch The Boys? That's 10 times better. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Which season do you prefer? Loki season 1 or Loki season 2? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, this is just my opinion and I would love to see yours in the comments down below. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Glorious purpose!